You're listening to the Last Man In podcast. Covering Winnipeg hockey and the NHL.
Scheifele dances his way in. Scheifele scores! Mike Wheeler finds the far corner. And the Winnipeg Jets win it in overtime. Woo, woo, woo.
Last Man In, episode number 156. And oh look, we got our friend back. Here you go, Cam.
Can you smell what the Arctic doesn't really cook?
I'll say,
oh my God.
if we have any new listeners, they're just like, what the fuck is this?
All I'm going to
happened?
say is either a lug or a snot nugget
did
came
they?
flying out of your nose or your mouth, and I couldn't tell which one, and I don't know where it went.
Oh no! All right, Greg, give him the intro.
Dad's gonna be clearing off the table, and he's gonna be, what the fuck happened? Wow, I'm
Oh
sorry.
wait, can I try that intro one more time? Rerun it. Hey, did you just hear the intro that was made for us? Huh? Weird. How that
Yeah,
would work.
weird.
Greg,
Weird how you didn't
do
send
the
it to
intro.
me.
Do the intro. Do it.
What
Stay
intro?
say preview the show first before I get into this. Go ahead.
Okay. We're gonna do the Pacific Division today, as well as, there's really not much other news. We're going to talk about the Pacific Division. We're going to talk about who we think's going to win it. Dark horse teams that have improved, teams that might disappoint this year. So that's what we'll be talking about for the bulk of this. I'm sure it'll all be a roundabout to the Jets and the Leafs and the Flyers.
Yep.
But Cam's going to be selfish here and take up half the show. So if you came here for hockey talk, please skip forward about 15 minutes.
Gonna need at least 37.
Okay.
I timed it. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So
on your
Cam
mind,
was
eh?
away, for those who don't know.
I was away. Oh, I forgot to message. We can tweet the picture, totally, of what I did.
Yes.
So I was away because Dan and Greg have connections with the Northern Circle somehow and shipped me up north.
Arctic.
Just
Circle.
kidding. There was complications. No, not complications whatsoever. I was working for 3 of the 4 weeks, and then last week I was up north because my dad lives up north. So that would be I was visiting him. I ate a narwhal, one of those, the unicorns of the sea. I ate one.
A narwhal?
Yeah, the one with like the
Is that
sharp.
Is that in
doodle.
any relation? Is that have any relation to the Nardog?
I don't know. Oh,
It's-
stop!
it's
Wait,
a
okay, I'm
Nardog.
doing my.
Office. If anyone watches
Okay.
The Office, you'll get that.
Okay, so I'll just get into this right now. So I've listened to every podcast. I know what you bastards have done to me.
How's your
Wrong
seal
thing.
wife, by the way?
Oh, Bertha,
How
she's
do you
fantastic.
listen when there's no internet up there?
I listened when I got home.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you clearly have some complaints.
Oh, I have I took notes. I literally took notes. So Dan, first off, my first gripe with Dan will begin. 2013 Flyers. Mason dragged them into the playoffs. Let me just name their top 4 scorers, okay? I think they're
When
3.
did I say that?
4 months ago, or 4 weeks
4
ago.
months ago?
It was a month ago now. I'm going back.
Okay.
This is what we're doing.
You clearly have some gripes.
I got some gripes. 2013 Flyers. You said the Mason dragged them in. The
No,
Mason.
I said 2016 Flyers. He dragged them in.
No, you said 2013.
Regardless,
Well,
I want to hear
I don't
this.
even know who you played.
You
in
said 2013 dragged
No,
them in.
16 when you
It's
played
the-
the Caps.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to say
He's
these
the
stats.
only reason you
I
guys
have
even
these-
won one of the games.
I have these stats.
And then let a
anyways.
goal in from
Guys,
somewhere.
He did.
Mason's false. He's a false idol. He's going to let you down again.
You know why the Jets sign him? They like players that can't stop the puck
Yeah,
from
apparently.
100 feet away.
Have you really not been here since that happened?
It's been a straight month they haven't been on the show.
So you
so
haven't even talked any free agent stuff.
I've missed everything.
Okay,
Nothing.
well,
But I just these are my gripes and my notes
Okay,
for the podcast.
all right, give her.
Don't worry, I'm going at Dan because Greg's going to get the bulk of it. All right, so Giroux in 2013 had 28 goals, 58 assists, 86 points. I didn't know Steve Mason dragged them in, but that's fine. But since
I
it's
said 16. But
you
that's
said
okay.
13, it's a month ago.
Regardless,
It's a fact of
we're
life.
not going to get
Probably
anywhere
15.
if we argue about years.
Fine. Okay, now I'll just turn to Greg now.
Oh, to me.
Yeah, no
Was that your
audio.
only
No
gripe?
audio for a 1 month, not one podcast on audio. No intro. Come on.
Okay, first of all, I need to get
He
sent
didn't
the
have
intro.
it.
Yeah,
Second of all-
I'll take blame for that. But what happened to the rest of it? All the audio.
Well, was there not audio on the YouTube stuff? There was.
Okay, the podcast listeners, because I listen at 1.5 speed, and it was weird listening to you guys talk regularly. I'm not gonna lie.
I apologize. I
okay.
dropped the ball.
I'm not looking for apologies. I'm
This
just
was the ball.
yeah.
I dropped it.
Sackatatus. We
It's a
dropped.
sack of potatoes.
Okay, I like how you put a different font for almost every podcast. That was fantastic.
I couldn't find.
That drove me nuts.
The thing
And you know what's the
I'm
worst
pretty sure
part?
he did it once just to piss you off.
Oh, I know
remember
he
him
did the
saying
second
that.
one. He put
Remember him
07,
saying
and
that.
I'm like,
I remember him saying,
The
I'm
other
trying to
thing
find
that
a
I
font
really-
that'll piss Cam off.
The other thing too is I really wanted to start using different pictures as our
you
background.
should have. No, I'm trying to
thought-
find a new picture. So
No, what
if
I'm
you find
thinking
one.
about doing, which can be an on podcasting, off podcasting, is
Yep.
I'm going to start. You can control the uploading.
Oh, yeah.
I want to do thumbnails.
Oh, that'd be
'Cause I love
fantastic.
doing thumbnails.
That'd be fantastic.
So, okay,
Good.
I didn't know if you'd be okay with that.
Oh, yeah, no, because I know you love doing thumbnails because you definitely didn't do descriptions on 2 of the podcasts. On
There's
YouTube.
description. Are you serious?
Go to last week's podcast. There's no description for last week's podcast.
Last week's.
Yeah.
I
and
know
you
I wrote
auto-upload tweeted. You didn't even add a personalized tweet. You auto-upload tweeted. I feel
Okay,
like-
H3G.
No.
I can see your eye twitching.
Yeah, you know
From
what this,
that.
you know what this is? Like, you know what I feel like? It was like you got Dan's not in this. This is only Greg.
Nope.
Dan doesn't
Nope.
technical
I
side,
stay
not Dan.
far away from
Yeah.
this.
Anyways, I feel like we separated parents, I guess, and like this is a child at Christmas, and you promised me you weren't gonna get the N64, so I didn't. I got a plush toy, and you got him the N64, and so I look like a loser on this side.
For what?
Because I look bad.
Why
You're
do you
making
look
me
bad?
look bad
Why
because
do I
I
make
run
you
it.
look
It
bad?
looks so beautiful, and now all the fonts are ruined. All right, now onto the NBA cap. I just want to clear this up because I asked my friend who actually watches the NBA. So the NBA has a $99 million cap,
Okay.
but then they have a $113 million luxury cap, where if you go over that, you pay dollar to dollar amount, basically like baseball. You have 14 players on a roster.
Fuck. Why did
Oh,
my?
it's weird.
Hey, I
That you
put one in.
didn't do it.
I put one in. I don't know what happened to it.
Oh, hey, look. Okay, NBA, they have 14 players on the roster. That's average of, for 99, 7.07 million average. So even bench guys, if it's average Joe, gets 7 million. Highest paid player is
Must
LeBron
be
James,
nice.
33.2 million, which is 29.8% of the cap. NHL
Did
cap.
Curry just get paid $50 million per season?
Yeah, but it doesn't kick in until next year.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
using next year.
Okay.
Like, Curry doesn't kick in for a year after.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. NHL cap. What's the cap for the NHL?
73.
70,
Oh, shit. Okay, well, my
75,
numbers are going to
isn't
be
it?
off.
Oh, it
then.
might be 75 then.
No, I have
75.
75, but I think it's off.
Nope, 75.
Okay.
It's definitely
Okay,
75.
well, 23 players, that's an average of 2.34 million. So right there, that's a just like a $5 million difference roughly. Highest hits starting in 2 years is McDavid at
In 1 year.
13.25. In 1 year, sorry. 17.6%. So yeah, their NBA players are getting paid. But again, you mentioned this on a podcast. You only need 2 guys in NBA. Oh, big 3.
Well, we're seeing now.
NHL, you need like at least a league average guy, like or
In
better
every
on
position.
every line and every position. Okay, here we go. Recording on a Sunday afternoon. I did like the vibe on the Sunday afternoon. That
Yeah,
was nice.
good,
That was
good.
nice. It was a
Do
little
you want to
more
know how
relaxed.
hungover I was for that?
Oh, I could tell. I
He
could tell that you
was-
guys were tired. I didn't
Greg-
know you guys are hungover.
No, I wasn't. Greg was. Greg was 2 hours late.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
well,
supposed to
that's-
be here at noon, and I think I got here.
Well,
at
I'll just use
1:45.
today as the example. Greg said, "Oh, I'll be there 6:45."
Hey, I had to
Classic
eat-
Greg, 25 minutes late.
No, I
Classic.
showed up at 6:55. It was 10
I was
minutes.
you were
actually just
not.
about to text you guys, and you were 15 minutes late, and I look outside, and you just rolled up.
Yeah, you just came in.
It's called being fashionably late. It's something you learn.
Yeah, but when you tell
It's-
someone you're going to
it's
be at
a-
6:45,
Exactly.
if you're going to
Yeah,
be
be fashionably late.
tell me 6:15 and then show up at 6:45 and I won't be mad.
So you should just know by
Oh.
now that whenever time Greg tells you, add 10.
I was waiting at the
And
window.
then start getting
I was
ready.
waiting.
Every
Greg,
Malibu that tries, but
yeah, Greg, you said JVR his NHL equal right now is Andre Palat. You out of your goddamn mind. Pull up Andre Palat's numbers. Pull up JVR's numbers, and we're going back to college and junior.
I'll get
on this
Palat.
one.
oh, you can't go back.
We're going back to college.
How do you go back to college and junior?
Because Andre Palat was a goddamn animal in college or junior.
yeah, that doesn't matter. I'm talking
JVs?
age. So you're telling me that you're
Go.
going to pay somebody based off of how they played in junior?
No, but pull up the numbers. I want to
So
see.
then, what my argument was that you pay
Yeah,
JVR
pull the
same
NHL
money.
numbers up. I want to see right now. I want you to read them out. You're out of your mind.
Andre Palat has 218 NHL points.
Mm-hmm.
And how many games?
307.
307. Okay, JVR, please read them out loud. Greg, oh, I'm going to like this one. How many games again? One more time?
307 games, 218 points, plus 86.
We don't care about the plus.
Plus minus is bullshit.
Okay,
just saying.
go, Greg.
Terrible stat.
How many games played?
528.
528. How many points?
339.
How many were you?
218.
Okay.
I mean, Palat's points per game is better.
Okay, no.
but let's be honest
Correlated,
here.
that's close.
But Palat plays on a better team also, so.
There's that, and JVR had some pretty subpar stats when he played for a team called the Philadelphia Flyers. It was once he got to the Leafs, he started becoming a consistent 60-point player. 61 in his first.
How many points did JVR have last year?
62.
Palat had 52.
Oh no!
Oh!
1 year.
Oh!
I'm just saying.
Sorry, how many points did he have in 14-15?
He's reading
I don't know,
JVR's best
it's just-
season. You're such a dick.
It's not even his best season.
14-15, he had 63 points.
56.
Bam. Okay, fine. It is a good
They're
comparable.
comparable.
Okay.
Don't give me this
I'll
BS.
continue on. I'll continue
Okay,
on.
yeah.
Later on in that podcast, someone said Draisaitl is not worth $10 million.
I did.
would 1,000%. I don't know if it was you
It was me.
or guest. If there was guest, someone said you wouldn't pay Draisaitl
No.
$10 million. 100% without a
Would
doubt.
you pay Nikolai Ehlers 8 or 9 million?
Actually, my next note is Ehlers $6 million tops. That's what I wrote.
See,
that's my next.
this
note.
is something interesting.
So 10-point difference is $4 million difference.
Well, I'm looking at.
That doesn't make
I'm
sense.
giving overall game because Draisaitl plays defense. He takes faceoffs against centermen. So Ehlers doesn't do that.
Yeah, but 10?
I don't think
get it.
Draisaitl's worth 10 million.
Easily for me.
I will say this.
That's why you're a Flyers fan. You like signing ridiculous contracts.
I will say this, and
Let's be
I
fiscally
know the
responsible.
contract was signed last year, but as long as Mark Scheifele makes 6.25,
Oh, that's my next note.
anyone,
125.
anyone making more than that doesn't deserve it.
Oh.
Similar
Oh.
player.
Oh.
No,
Oh,
similar
similar
player.
player.
Oh,
Like Draisaitl.
okay. Now this is
How does he deserve
Yeah.
more than... I get Scheifele's
Yeah.
contract was... Like, Scheifele would probably get $10 million right now.
Now this brings up an interesting predicament with the Jets,
But
especially
here's-
when you guys are talking about this.
Okay.
That's mine.
If Draisaitl gets 10, Ehlers, how does anyone on the Jets go to Chevy
And say,
as a
"I
free
want
agent
more
and
than-"
say, I want more than what the
Especially as a-
6.125 that Scheifele gets?
Especially as an RFA, with
tough
no
pull.
arbitration rights.
So does
Especially for Ehlers and for Line and for Morrissey, who don't have arbitration rights yet.
Well, Line,
If
we
they'll
all
be-
know he's getting the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
So that's
The argument that a lot of people are saying is that David Pastrnak, I believe, got signed by the Boston Bruins, or at least rumored to be signed for that 6.125 or 6.25. That seems to be the benchmark that the guys like William Nylander and Nikolai Ehlers are going to sign at as well. So just that is a barometer. They're going to try to use that deal as leverage for saying you're a comparable player to this guy.
Yeah.
I don't personally. I'm going to pay somebody $10 million if they're winning trophies every year, if they're in the conversation for trophies every year. I'm not giving a guy $10 million to play on my second line, or just because he had one good season.
that makes sense.
So here-
I do.
if you
I
want-
see
Why are
both-
you
if you
giving,
wanna
why are
compare
you
the
giving
numbers-
him $10 million? His first contract, when he only played a half a year his first year, had a pretty an average year his second year, and then had one good breakout year.
because I expect him to do that forever.
That's broken mentality.
But that's
That's like paying Connor McDavid $12.5 million.
I think Connor McDavid earned his contract.
I'm not saying he didn't, but it's also ridiculous that you can say he's that.
Wait, how much is McDavid getting paid?
12.5.
Oh, I said 13 and a quarter. My bad. So my
That was
mistake
that
on
was the
that one.
rumor.
Yeah.
If you want,
But it was a big save.
just
them
real
to say-
quick. If you want to compare stats, Ehlers and Draisaitl.
Yeah.
Go.
Draisaitl has 137 points in 191 games. It's 0.7 points per game.
Okay.
Ehlers has 102 points in 154 games, which is 0.6 points per game. So they're about even.
But okay.
No, that's
I know
not about even.
I sound like a crazy person.
60% is not the same as 70%. That is the difference between a C and a B.
Sorry, high 60s
Oh, okay.
to mid 70s. They're not
But
that far apart.
The
No.
difference now, maybe it's not a $4 million difference. but
I
it's-
get that the centerman
it's
plays a role.
The
but
centerman factor and the defensive ability. Because does Ehlers play PK? That'd be a question for Dan. I don't.
I don't think so.
See,
don't think so.
Draisaitl is their PK guy.
I'm sorry,
behind
that's not $4 million
Letestu,
difference.
If he was there, he was there.
Okay.
last year.
That could be
Regardless of
a
that,
$2
why are
million
you paying a
difference at
guy?
most, But
This is the issue.
Again,
that teams
also,
have.
McDavid, if he's your top line center, again, 12.5, you're not going to give that much of a gap for your second line center. Draisaitl came up big in playoffs, and
He
if they're
was.
going to be making playoffs, they're going to keep doing it, and
With
I
a
expect
subpar
him
team.
to continue to
Yeah.
do that.
Well,
with
but
an
back,
aging
the
Lucic,
fact that he
so
hasn't
they
been
keep
signed yet to me tells me Edmonton doesn't want to go anywhere near 10.
Yeah. They're
If-
probably thinking 8.5, and I think 8.5 is
I think
fair.
8's even high for them. If they were going to do 8, they would have done it by now.
7.5.
and one of you guys on that podcast, I don't know who it was, raised a good point of why would they go out and sign McDavid? Like, would they go out and sign McDavid to just be like, okay, well, McDavid's worth 12.5. You're definitely not worth that. To drive his price down? Why wouldn't you go after Draisaitl, set the price, and then be like, okay, McDavid, Draisaitl is this. You're worth a little more than this. Yeah. But one of you said that. No, but the interesting thing, I'll go back to Ehlers with the $6 to $8 million range, we'll say hypothetically. If Scheifele, your top line center, is getting paid $6.125, do you think someone would approach an offer sheet, like not the top tier offer sheet, but like the second tier offer sheet?
So two twos, a 2, and a 3.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Basically, where you can't pay him more than, it's like 5.8.
No. The top one is 8.5 more.
But what's the gap? I mean, like the gap. Like,
so it's 5.9, I believe, 5.9 or 5.8 to 8.5.
So because you think the Jets are realistically going to give Ehlers, hypothetically, if he wants a William Nylander, Pasternak type deal, like basically getting paid.
How much is Nylander getting paid?
No. The rumor is basically the Scheifele deal. Would you give the Scheifele deal to Ehlers as well?
Yes,
the same amount.
Yes, and I would give Scheifele a much bigger deal, but they
can you restructure contracts?
No,
you can't.
No.
The thing is, Scheifele is worth a hell of a lot more than what he's worth right now, and Ehlers is probably worth exactly that.
Yeah, I think
that's the problem.
Ehlers signed, or not Ehlers, Scheifele signed.
The problem is Scheifele signed before the market kind of got set.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And unfortunately, he's not going to be their highest paid player when he could very well be their best player. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you on that one for sure. Because, I was going to say, it's a shame when he was a free agent because the market
I bet you
didn't
he's
have
wishing he signed
of...
a bridge deal right now.
Scheifele?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because he'd be getting paid next year.
How old is he when that contract's done?
He's 24 right now, so he'll be 31.
Damn.
He can still cash in.
Robbed him.
But
he took his years.
But he could have cashed in
took his years.
For a lot more.
Okay, and then Tyler, just want to call out Tyler, I don't know if he listens or not. He said, don't worry, Chevy will just pull out. I have faith in him. Well, Chevy's really good at going to arbitration. Not a fan of that 1-year Hellebuck deal at all. That to me...
They didn't go to arbitration. They signed it before.
Yeah, but he filed for it. No guy has... I don't like how Chevy, every one of his big free agents, have to file. They can't just get it done. I don't understand.
They file, but they still get it done.
But that 1-year deal, that tells me
filing
that...
For
it's 7.8 to 9.8.
Is the top one?
Is the top. It's second from the top. So that's 2 first-round picks, second-round pick, and a third.
Okay, the group under that is the one I'm talking about.
So there's... Over 9, which is 4 first rounds.
Yeah, no.
7.8 to 9.8, which is 2 first rounds, second and a third. That. And then you have 5.88, 9.6 to 7.8.
That's the one I'm talking about.
With a first, second, and third.
Totally worth that. Ehlers is totally worth a first, second, and a third. To me.
A first, second, and third.
I think so.
Yeah, and...
So I would
my argument is, would you, right now, you're a GM, you're any GM in the league, I don't care who you are.
I'll use the Flyers.
Okay. And Shirley comes to you and he says... Trade me 4 first-round picks for Leon Draisaitl. Are you doing that?
No.
Then he's not worth $9.8 million. The speed at which you said no tells me right away he's not worth it.
Right.
Would you do it for McDavid, though?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Would you do it for Matthews?
I'd have to think about
That's why. Okay. That, in itself,
good point.
tells you he's not worth that money. If you have to think for a second, maybe...
I even did it with Matthews. I hesitated.
But that's the thing, because I don't think Matthews is worth $10 million.
The only guy off the top of my head is David. That's the only guy I'd be like for first rounds. That's fine. I'm okay with that because I know what he can do to everyone around him.
Alex Ovechkin.
When
25-year-old Alex Ovechkin. Are you giving out 4 first-round picks for him?
No.
What you have to ask yourself...
I think there's only 2 players in the league.
You have to ask yourself if getting this player will set your team for at least 4 years.
Yeah.
Because if it's not, then it's not worth it.
I'll use the Flyers example. They did it to Shea Weber. They thought Shea Weber was worth 4 first rounds. So, I mean... But in my mind, in the league...
No, because he only signed for 7.5, so it would have been 2 first-round picks, second and a third.
Well, in my mind, in the league right now, off the top of my head, the only ones without hesitation, at age 25, I'll even use these players, is McDavid and Crosby. Are the only 2 off the top of my head that, without
Carey
hesitation.
Price.
What?
Carey Price.
No, I don't like Carey Price.
Erik Karlsson.
No.
Okay, fair. And that's I think
personal preference.
That in itself is saying that that's what that player's worth. PK Subban.
No.
But he's worth $9.8 million. But he's only worth 2 first, a second,
See, when
and a
you
third.
put it that way, that's a fun way to think about it.
And that's the way the GM should think about it. But Peter Chiarelli is crazy, and he doesn't think about it that way.
He's a madman.
He is.
All right, I'll continue. So you guys did say I got married to a seal. I, in fact, married Bertha, the seal. She's beautiful. But her cousin Harry actually came to the wedding. He was a narwhal, and we killed him and ate him. I ate a narwhal.
You ate her own brother in front of her. Cousin in front of her.
Yeah, as just to confirm, to seal our love, you could say. It was sealed in fate when I saw her. It was nice.
Sealed in blood.
You know what the best thing
But
is?
then
He heard this and he's like, I'm going to write as many seal puns as I can.
I tried to only think of 2. But the worst part was, so we got married one evening. 2 evenings later, I didn't see her. She kind of went missing. And then I showed up in the dining hall where I was staying, and there was a seal for sale for $60. I didn't buy her.
It was your first chance at love and it's gone.
You married her, but you didn't buy her.
I could have bought her. I didn't buy her. I didn't buy her skin. Sorry. But it was she was nice and soft.
That's good.
I liked dried.
Before or after?
I liked dried dead. I liked dried and soft Bertha over cold wet seal Bertha.
I don't want to
Continue with your notes.
Okay. Just to answer your question, how I actually contacted you guys. You guys gave me a rocket stick with only access to the show. I tried going on Facebook, didn't work. Messenger worked for some reason though. That was really odd.
Yeah.
I wrote a polar bear back in a week. By the way, you were saying it I typed it out wrong. I did use the wrong the wrong grammar I used because you were reading it wrong. By the way, Dan said something and he's like, if Cam makes it back in a week, I will buy a jersey. And Cam can pick the jersey. Which Flyer do you know one day if you ever lose a bet and you have to buy a Flyers jersey? Which one do you know it is? You know it is. It's the best defenseman in the league, arguably.
Ivan Provorov.
No, come on.
Oh, Scott McDonald?
That wouldn't be bad.
No.
Andy
Andy
McDonald.
McDonald.
No.
Nick Schultz.
No.
That's the one. Yeah.
Oh, Radko.
Radko! Yeah, baby!
No, the only way I get a Flyers jersey if it was number 3 with Radko. Not Gudis. Radko.
How about the ex-murderer?
No.
He looks like one.
I don't think they let you do that.
Yeah, probably not. You said, who would be the inside man? His name was Rodrigo. He takes very nice pictures, actually. All right, here's another one. Greg's doing it right now. Skittles on the show. We never, ever got Skittles on the show before in years.
You know what? We forgot today?
And you know what?
It wasn't my fault.
That's why
I
we're
never got
banning
'em
Skittles. You know how gross it is here? Oh, yeah. Greg, say anything right now.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you can hear it in your mouth. It's so gross. Ugh.
Hey, when there's probably 10 people listening to this, I will eat my goddamn
And
Skittles.
by the way, Greg's mic, who taps the table once every 10 seconds? Is that you?
I don't know. Maybe.
One of you. Oh,
I haven't tapped the table in at least 5 minutes.
well,
so I
then
don't know
that's
what you're talking
Greg,
about.
for
It
sure.
might have also been us typing on our computers.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
I heard
yeah.
the tapping, and I was like,
Probably
one time I was
keyboard.
listening and I hit pause, and I'm like, enough! Stop it! You mentioned McGregor Mayweather.
Yeah.
I like how even like professional boxing like analysts who have said Floyd Mayweather's one of like the greatest boxers of all time is giving McGregor a chance. What does that say about your sport? I would like to see McGregor knock out Mayweather, but I've also seen a Mayweather box, and he is the best defensive boxer for a reason. It's going to go to a decision, and he's going to win.
Yeah.
We all know it. I would advise not renting it on your own, maybe grouping it with people, because the cost is $100 before taxes.
They're having a tough time selling tickets to it,
If
too.
I have to pay money to watch it, I probably won't.
Yeah, I was going to say just go to your local pub, local bar, you know.
No, I have to pay money to get into
Yeah,
it.
you'll have to pay money to get in.
I
It's gonna make them so much
I
money.
literally, I don't want to pay anything.
Yeah. We're
Okay.
looking to pay nothing.
Well, you can stream it too, for sure.
Whoa,
I mean,
whoa, whoa,
no,
whoa,
you
whoa,
can't.
whoa.
We do not condone that. You cannot find anything on the internet ever.
The words
There's
are
no such
disgusting.
thing
I can't
as a Cody box.
No.
Whoever Elizabeth is, I'm sorry, but she cannot be my wife because she says her favorite Flyer was Steve Mason.
Is that
You're
the
not
one
a
you said?
Flyers fan if your favorite player was Steve Mason, who when you need him, he's like, oh, I stubbed my toe. I can't play today. Oh, I'm a little sick. I can't play. Steve
See,
Mason.
it's funny because most of the reports I read about him in Philly said he was really good. The team around him kind of sucked.
That's bullshit. And we'll see it live
what
for
I
the
heard.
next 2 years.
Okay, we could.
He could have gone anywhere he came here.
Hey, you're going to enjoy it. You don't like the Leafs.
Oh,
Or the
and
Jets.
Dan said...
I hope he shuts the Flyers out. I just really hope he does.
That's fine. I hope he does too. I want to see him do good. But he won't. He lets you down always.
We'll see.
And Dan said, in regards to the Flyers, they were fun to watch. My rebuttal, they were never weren't, sir.
They never weren't.
They're always fun to watch right here in my heart. Okay? How dare you? Okay. Oh, Ryan Johansson, 8 mil, 8 years. I like it. Great deal. Top line center. Top line. No, easy.
They do what they need him
Top
to do.
line center. He has a defensive skill set. He shuts down most guys, or if not, he scores. Also, I saw on the ticker TSN put the richest contract in Nashville Predators history, and I'm like, oh, nay, TSN.
7.5.
Nay. No, but the overall contract.
Oh, yeah,
I was
Shea Weber.
like, no. I don't know how you get $12 million signing bonus and not have the richest contract.
Can Mark Scheifele go to Cheryl Day off and be like, I want a new contract?
Yeah, can he do that?
No.
No?
Because the contracts
Can they
are
give him-
guaranteed in the NHL. No. There's unless
Is that the
I
unless
feel like
CBA?
they should be giving him some under the table money,
Only
being like,
thing
"We're
they
so
could
sorry.
do-
We're so sorry that Johansson got 8 and you only got 6."
the only thing they could do is be like,
I would
hey,
give him 8. I would give him the same deal.
hey, we're gonna
give him
we're
more.
gonna give you a sponsorship through Jets gear worth $2 million a year.
Yeah.
That's the only other way that he can make money.
Oh, like be the face?
Be
Yeah, makes
the
sense.
well, he
face,
kind
but
of he
the
kind
thing-
of is becoming like you see
Yeah.
him doing a lot of charity work and
So the thing
he's here in the
with
summer.
NHL contracts versus other leagues is all NHL money is guaranteed, and that's why buyouts occur, and the players still get that money. They just get it over a longer period of time, and that's why you don't see guys getting released when they have shitty contracts like you do in the NFL. It's like, oh, Brock Osweiler, you're terrible at football. We're gonna release you. We still owe you $60 million, but that other 60 you were supposed to earn, you don't get paid that.
Yeah, you
So
lost
that's why big NFL players get guaranteed contracts, but they also have the unguaranteed money.
I'd like to have NFL contracts brought into NHL where if they don't perform, you straight cut them.
And that's part of the thing the NHLPA wouldn't go for, right? How do you go back from saying, okay, unless it transferred into more money for the players would not go for unguaranteed contracts.
Yeah.
Because guys like Dan Girardi wouldn't have played last season.
Let's just name the greatest.
David Clarkson would have been out. Nathan Horton's contract would be gone. There's lots of people.
Mark
the back
Savard,
guy. The
Pavel
back guy.
Savard.
Datsuk,
Oh, that guy.
That's Nathan Horton.
Oh, you named him. Sorry.
Datsuk, Savard, Pronger.
I'll name the OG gangster of reason why we had the first CBA with where you can't bury contracts. Mr. Wade Redden. Everybody.
Yes.
How much is that? $5 million for 4 years left on that contract, or 3 years left on his contract.
Well, let's talk about the worst contract signing in the history. One of the worst.
Oh,
Rick DiPietro.
Oh, how he's
Rick
still
DiPietro.
he's still getting paid.
Alexi
Well, or the
Yashin.
fact that Yashin's just off the books now.
And they tried signing him last year. Did you not hear that? Oh, okay. Here, I'll follow up and then I'll finish it. But I'm totally okay with Ryan Johansson making 8 for 8. I think that's right on the line of what I would give Scheifele to. But Scheifele, I understand where Dan's coming from. Where offensively, he probably drives a play, or he does not probably. He drives a play.
He's
more
a better
than-
offensive player.
Yeah,
But
and
I think you can
offense
expect
makes more money.
70 points a year from Scheifele.
That's good.
I think
that's
that's
good.
expectations, whereas Johansson's a 60-point guy.
Yeah.
But he's also the one helping Forsberg. Whereas, here's the difference
I think
between
Scheifele's going to hit 100.
Yeah, but no, this is my argument. You can expect...
In his
He had 82 and 80 games last year. He can hit
he had
100.
82 and 78. I just looked
Sorry,
at it today.
78.
Okay.
Yeah.
My argument is Scheifele can drive the play and score himself, whereas Johansson creates opportunities for guys like Arvidsson and Forsberg.
They play the same role, but they do it differently.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Number one center.
Yeah, it's like a.
Neither is a bad player.
It's like a Sean Couturier, Mark Scheifele situation all over again. guys.
Oh my
Oh,
god. You
it
can't even
hurts.
use that
It
argument.
hurts.
Okay, go.
I still love him. Someone mentioned Bryce Harper is going to get a $400 million contract. Bryce Harper is getting guaranteed 10 years, $500 million.
Oh, is it 500?
He's
I think I
going
said
to
400.
get $50 million per season.
He's that good at baseball.
I can't.
Nobody
so
is that
good.
Nobody is worth that much money for anything.
But baseball
Donald
makes
Trump is.
so much money.
Yeah.
Baseball, yeah, sure, Donald Trump too. But baseball makes so much money. And then, as you said, the NHL players cut. Yeah, what did you mention about the TV deals and it's just
I'm not sure how much they make because I have to really
No,
look into
me neither.
CBA
But,
to look at it.
if you look at NBA and players like that, in the NBA and in the okay, geez, I can't say NBA again. NBA, NFL. I would honestly say, I see on TV advertised more. Obviously, we're in the off season, so it doesn't matter. But MLS is slowly
slowly
coming
creeping
up. It's
up.
ridiculous, and they make some decent coin too.
Well, think about this. As I said, a lot of new Americans, new Canadians, they come from places where soccer is very readily available.
Yeah.
It's, in a lot of places, it's their national sport, or it's a sport they all follow because it's so easy to play, right? All you need is ball. You can make nets out of anything.
Yep.
Just have a ball. And
You don't even
can
need
play soccer.
shoes.
Yeah, you can play soccer.
Play on a beach.
Exactly. You can do anything. You can do anything. Think of all the countries that play in the World Cup of soccer. Or the FIFA World Cup. Think of how many teams played in the World Cup of hockey.
They actually had to combine 7 countries or something
exactly.
into one.
That's
Team Europe.
and they took the 2 countries that produced the most and divided them up and said you can't use players under this age, over this age, or under this age.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's only a matter of time because there's so many new people immigrating, which is the wrong word, but they're moving to Canada and the United States, and it's going to make
Immigrating is the correct word.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Into Canada and the United States, and it's going to make soccer bigger here. And it's that simple. It's going to make soccer and basketball bigger because those are big attraction sports for those people. They like basketball. They like their soccer. So it's just one of those things where I think we're going to have to. One of the biggest steps that I think hockey took, especially in Canada, was Punjab hockey in Canada, which is great.
Oh, fantastic. They're announcers. If you ever want to watch highlights, just watch them in Punjab.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Exactly. So I thought that was a big step forward, saying we're going to really cater to a different demographic than what we've normally catered to, which is nice. But other than that, I think we do need to move on because we do need to get Pacific Division.
2 more notes. You said Cristiano Ronaldo. This is just my note now.
Okay.
Cristiano Ronaldo plays in the Premier League. False.
Wrong. Okay,
He plays for
sorry.
Real Madrid of La Liga.
The Liga.
And you
okay.
were like, oh, there's just one soccer league. There's Premier League,
I don't care.
England.
It's-
Hold on.
it's soccer.
Bundesliga, Germany. Hold on.
It's soccer.
La Liga, Spain. It's soccer. It's bigger than
I know.
any sport in the world.
But we
Okay,
have to get to hockey.
last note.
Okay.
Why did you guys cut off at the end of last week abruptly? It just ends. Like,
Yeah.
what
I
was
did it on
that?
purpose.
Talk to that guy, not me.
I did.
God.
It's
Dan, you
'cause
did nothing
there-
wrong.
there
I
was-
sit here
there
and
was
talk
something-
and
You did nothing
what,
wrong.
what
Done.
happened? What happened was when for whatever reason, when I rendered the video, it cut off the last 2.5 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So
It just sounded so abrupt. Yeah, no, that's it.
we didn't.
My chest is cleared. I'm back.
Are you?
Okay.
You good?
Take these broken wings.
Okay, so
Again.
let's talk about the Pacific Division
Let's do it.
because it's a different outlook than it did in 2016-17 because there's a new team. So let's focus on that
What?
new team first. The
There
Vegas
it
Golden Knights.
is. I even wrote
Vegas
it down.
Golden Knights.
Okay.
So let's talk about them because they really haven't done anything outside of the expansion draft because they haven't added any superstars. They haven't done anything amazing. They still have a great goalie in Marc-Andre Fleury. They have an elite scorer in James Neal. But other than that, they're going to be very mediocre,
Vegas,
if not
yeah.
bad.
Yep.
What do you think's a good expectation for Vegas going into the season?
What do you mean expectation? Like points or like
Points
wins?
wise,
Points, where the-
standings, wins. Where do you put them?
Last in the West. If they get more than 60 points, I will be surprised.
You know what?
And you know what? If they got mid 50s, that's not even that bad. How many Colorado have left?
49.
49?
49.
Guys. By the way, we have to start cashing them in now that I'm back.
Yeah,
we
treats
each
and
owe a
pizzas.
treats of pizza.
I know.
We're supposed to
We
get
were
one
supposed to
today.
get one this week.
What?
I
Come
forgot.
on!
I forgot.
Is that? Hold on. Are we going to have...
Treats a pizza bet?
No. Are we have to make... Oh, yeah. Is that a treats of pizza? Like, Golden Knights hit 50 points?
Oh yeah.
We're in?
Oh yeah.
Hold on. How about the double Golden Night? The Golden Nugget Night?
No, I'm not
Just
eating.
the
I'm
double
not,
golden?
No.
The double Golden.
I'm
If
not
the Golden
eating.
Knights win more than 25 games, we're getting one.
Okay, no. So 50 points. You think they're gonna have a guy?
25 games
You think they're
is
gonna have a
50
guy on their
points.
team that passes 50 points? The double dip, the
Okay, so
centennial.
what are we doing? I'm
If they-
confused here.
Treats of pizza. I just want to double
No,
it.
okay.
If they pass 50 points, we're getting one.
50 point
Yeah.
treats of pizza. Cake. Writing her down. Writing her down.
But in reality, are they Here's my question: they have Marc-Andre Fleury in net. That clearly cannot be the guy they're going to go with all season. I would not be surprised if they leverage him in a trade.
Who's gonna play in that then? Who's their other guy?
Calvin Pickard.
And
Calvin Picard? JP
Berube. No.
Oh, he got picked up by someone.
Shut up. What?
Yeah.
They're not trading Fleury. They're marketing
No,
him.
Fleury's going to be the guy.
Okay. I don't know.
JF Berube got signed by...
My guess is Carolina.
No.
Carolina's my guess.
Chicago.
Damn it. Oh, good.
Yeah, so their
Oh.
only two goalies right now are Marc-Andre Fleury and Calvin Picard.
You know what?
And they have
If you-
Alexa Emlyn retained for...
If you look
1.1.
at their team, their forwards actually aren't terrible.
Where do they trade Emlyn to? Who do they trade Emlyn to?
Nashville.
Nashville, that's right.
Nashville.
I forgot about that.
Because Nashville needed another defenseman.
Oh, you
What
know
happened?
what else happened?
Go.
Nathan Beaulieu signed for $2.9 million.
What?
He did.
Yeah,
Today?
to
2 years.
to Buffalo. To 2 years. You know who could have signed that
Like
deal?
2.9 per?
Yeah. You know where else he could have signed a deal like that?
Montreal?
Yeah. Instead of someone else signing.
What the hell? How? Like, every time I did get access to internet, Montreal was like, yeah, just fuck this team. Fuck them. I don't give a shit. Bergevin's like there with a big stogie. Mark, what are you doing? Fuck you. Close the door. Apparently Bergevin's from Boston now. It was so, what are they doing? Since last year in September, they're just like, you know what? Let's see how... This is... No, you know what Mark Bergevin is? He's a YouTube prankster in real life for the NHL GMs.
But he's pulling real pranks.
Why
No,
do
he's
you
pulling
guys-
real pranks on himself to just piss off fans. And then
Why
finally
don't
it's
we
going to get
save
to a
it
point...
for when we actually do this?
Yeah, there's
no.
too much Montreal. There's way too much Montreal hate. It's just a prank, bro. You're ruining our team. Go ahead, son.
Pierre-Edouard Bellemar's 32 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the hell's he been for the last 16 years?
France, eating cheese and delicious baguettes.
No.
And
Quick,
being awesome
you know
at
what?
hockey.
16 years, so you're saying he should have been in the NHL at 16 years old?
Oh, sorry, 14. Their team's not terrible. Well, you know what? No, it's pretty.
Okay, we're saying dead
Okay.
last in the Pacific.
They're-
We're doing Pacific.
They will be able to score goals, but their defense is awful.
Okay.
Who's their D? Just name it real quick.
Jason Garrison, Lucas Pisa, Clayton Stoner, Braden McNabb,
Okay.
John Merrill, Colin Miller, Derek Engelin, Shea Theodore, Griffin Reinhardt.
Okay.
They have...
Shea
Dan,
Theodore.
you're supposed to
Shea
start
Theodore
with the good guys.
Shea Theodore
If their
McNabb-
strategy
McNabb
is
are
to
gonna
put more defensemen on the ice than the other team, that if that works, then they'll win.
But Shea Theodore will be a regular mainstay in NHL.
They have 10
McNabb's-
defensemen on
like
their team.
Miller and Weber and McNabb are going to be kind of their three. I think will be their top 3D. And
I just want to say
They
Dan's-
don't have a guy who would be on a top pair and on any team.
Shea Theodore would be on a top pair.
Yeah, maybe. But
Dan-
Actually, maybe not.
Hey,
maybe not yet.
he hasn't played very much. Like, name one guy that would be on a top pair.
Lucas Spiza.
Name a
because
guy who would be a
Vancouver
good
needs
second pair
guys.
defenseman.
Lucas
Shea
Spiza.
Theodore, Spiza. No.
Okay, there's
Bottom pair.
okay, Dan, you're on
Jesus
what?
Christ.
You're on Dan's on Cap Friendly. The only reason he read Garrison first, you should never
Oh,
read
he's-
Garrison first
he's
because he's
5.1
getting
money.
paid the most.
5.3?
4.6.
Oh, okay, 4.6.
El Diablo. All right.
Before we move anymore, just to kind of wrap up the last bit of signings, Conor Sheary signed 3 years, $3 million deal. I don't know if it's 3 years.
Yeah, 3 for 3, 9
for
years.
3.
Or-
Yeah.
Oh my God.
3 for 3.
3 for 3.
9 years.
Then Nino Niederreiter signed 5 years, 5.25 per. And Michael Granlund signed 3 years
Did
at
they?
5.75.
Per?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Brett
I like that
Pesce,
signing.
to add to more of Carolina's awesome defense, Brett Pesce signed a 6-year, 4.025 per.
Is it bad that I don't know who that is?
He's a good defense. Well, you don't. When was the last time you watched a Carolina Hurricane game?
Whenever they played the Jets.
Exactly.
Nice. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No,
so
that's hey, we don't fault
they
you.
honestly have signed Pesce and
It's not my fault.
Slavin, who are
Oh!
so Slavin, Pesce, and Hanifin are going to be their top 3 guys moving
Hey,
forward.
if he's good, then that's fine.
They are.
Oh,
good. So the
Slavin?
fact
Oh.
the fact that Slavin and Pesce
well,
are signed
Slavin's
for like
good. Pesce, I
10
don't know.
for like 10 million. Honestly, the Pesce deal could be something the Jets might look into for Morrissey. Why
I
not?
hope so. Oh, beautiful signings. All
Okay.
3 I approve of.
Okay. Regardless,
So
let's
Vegas
go back.
is last.
Okay,
Vegas is
Vegas,
last.
they're dead last. Who do we think
We
is...
should make I'm pulling out a document here so we can make an official standings.
Oh, and you can save it.
I don't have Word on my computer. Greg has to do it.
Okay.
Okay. I have Excel, so I'll put it in an Excel spreadsheet.
Make an official.
Oh, and write
prediction.
the date of our predictions.
Okay.
But we're doing it just together as a team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
team.
Okay.
Vegas is last.
Okay,
Consensus?
clearly
Yes,
we know
consensus.
who's going to be...
No. I have someone else who's going to be last. It's not going to be Vegas.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to name this team next.
No,
'cause
we're
you're
not.
gonna say
No, we're
them.
not. I'm going to leave them.
Well,
I want to talk about Arizona.
I know who
Oh,
it is.
Let's just
Arizona
talk-
is who I have next.
Okay.
Like, not in order.
Okay. But yes, Arizona.
We'll do the rankings after. We're just
Okay,
going team
yeah,
by team.
right.
Arizona.
This team is obviously going to bring on a lot of their rookie players. Chychrun is going to take another step this year. We're going to see Dylan Strome in the NHL. Is Brendan Perlini going to make the step into the NHL?
Who's the kid they signed who played at the end of last year? Clayton Keller?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's going to be in there too.
There's a lot of young talent on this team. Is this a transition year for Arizona?
They have 7 guys on entry-level contracts on their roster.
Or is this a transition year for them where they transition from being bad to being not bad and these guys grow? Or is it another rocky transition year where all the young guys are getting
They're
their
going to
footing?
transition from bad to slightly less bad.
Bad to not so bad.
Yeah.
Bad? I'm okay with that.
You know how, like, when you try and catch a bus at one stop, but you get there really early and you're feeling good about yourself, so you walk to the next one, catch it there? That's what's going to happen.
What do you mean walk to the next one? Walk closer
You get to the
your
first one so
destination?
early, so you're like, I don't want to sit here and wait. I'm going to walk to the next stop because I've got time.
So you're
Because I
walking,
was early.
You're walking away from your destination.
No, you're walking further along your destination. You're catching the bus at
I don't
one
know if
stop.
Dan knows what he's talking
No,
about.
no,
Fine.
I'm with him. I love it. I love it. Okay,
I'm trying to say that they're shitty right now, and they're just
but they're taking the next
they're
step to be
shitty
less
right now.
shitty.
They're going to be crappy by the end of the year.
There you go. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I do like the moves they made though. With Antti Ranta,
Yeah.
I like that move, and Derek Stepan. I mean, as a number one, whatever he was a number one in New York, so I can't see why he can't be a number one in Arizona.
And guys,
but
that-
his leadership role too. Now,
Yeah.
which will
No,
be
you're
nice.
right. No,
Oh,
you're
go
right.
ahead, sorry.
No,
And
continue.
guys,
No, I was going to make a Pavel Datsyuk joke. We all know how good Pavel Datsyuk worked out for them last year. as the number
Pronger,
one
where's he
center.
now? He's in Florida with some advisor position,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah, we talked about that a long time
Yeah,
ago.
we talked about that.
Yeah,
a
guys,
lot.
it's been years. Okay, I feel like it's been gone. I haven't talked to everyone up there's an original Six fan, and
Probably, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's because of TV, but okay. So
realistically, points wise, Arizona make a jump this year.
how many did they have this
What
year?
did they have last year?
Pull
we
up,
should-
Dan. You be a standing.
really should
Dan,
have,
you be standings
been more
guy.
prepared.
Greg, you be XL guy.
Okay.
We really should have done something.
Oh, I just want to say, while I'm gone, Dan and Greg have their laptops out. It's nice.
Yeah.
We can do research now.
Tired of
We're at
not
a
knowing
big
what I'm talking
table.
I'm
It's
trying
nice.
to be right with confidence instead of wrong with confidence.
But that's not who we are.
That's not how we roll.
I'm trying.
Okay. I'm gonna say they finished last year with probably 68 points. We're gonna say. I'm gonna predict
They
them with
finished last year with 70.
70.
30, 42, and 10.
I'm thinking they're gonna be a 75, 80 point team this year.
Wow.
I think Ranta makes
Really?
them better.
75, 80
Really?
points? That's like wild
Pacific
card.
Division is weak.
But
that's
that's
not wild card. You need 90 points to
Yeah,
get
but
to the playoffs now.
the Pacific's
That's
weak
5
because
games away from playoffs.
the Pacific is
5.
weak because the Coyotes suck.
75.
They're
to
part of
80
the
points.
reason that
They
it's
are
weak.
the suck.
They're just gonna say it's weak because they're weak.
That's what's their slogan?
They're gonna.
Come join the Howl Pack.
We'll try. We'll try.
It's okay to be weak on the back. We'll try. Yeah.
You know what?
Okay.
I
no,
say
I'm okay.
70 to 75
Okay,
tops.
but Greg, keep right. He's the right guy. He's the Excel. We're saving it too. I hope a computer doesn't crash.
How many points?
I'd say
we're
70 to
keeping points
75.
too.
Yeah. Well, you're doing your prediction
Who
of
cares
points.
about points? Well, we should
I
probably
like
just keep
it.
our
It's-
points. So
now
that,
that we're doing it, we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're schmozzing it.
but we should
anyways.
probably have points so that when we make our list, it actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saying, oh, Calgary have more points than everyone, and then we pick them to finish last.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
no, that's not even who I was thinking about finishing last. So
I
Arizona,
know exactly where Greg's going with this.
I do
you know
too.
exactly where I'm going with this.
Exactly.
Everyone knows where
Okay,
you're
wait.
going.
Wrap up Arizona. Are we done with Arizona?
We're done with it.
Okay, next
I
team.
think they're gonna improve. from what they did
Promising
last
future,
year.
but not right now.
San Jose.
Okay, we'll pull up San Jose. All right. Did
What-
they do any big moves?
Just didn't bring back Marlowe,
No
which
Marleau.
is basically the biggest move they did.
But
And
they
re-signed. They signed both. Well, they signed Burns during the year. They signed Pickles,
How much is Pickles?
during the year,
Pickles is like $8
and
million
then
bucks, isn't
also signed Jones.
it? I think that the
Oh, how much was the Jones contract? Actually, that's the one I want to know.
I think Jones makes 6.
So they finished with 99 points last year.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's like almost President Trophy.
No. Yeah, because like Washington was like 112.
Guys, it's been so long. I want hockey back.
Okay, so Edward Vlasic is 7
Million?
Per, yeah.
Awesome. Good deal.
and
For how long?
Probably 7.
7 years, I believe.
How old is he?
He is 30 right now. So it'll take him till when he's 38.
That's
But
gonna
it's
be
the same with Burns, right?
Yeah, I
They're
know.
both going to be old.
It's a buff contract, too.
In
Martin
5 years,
Jones?
they're going to be trying to unload both of those guys.
Martin Jones, 5.75.
Who doesn't want to get
Through 20...
a shipment of pickles?
Okay.
Oh, he's good. He's good. That's just a lot of money when he's really old.
I wonder if they pair him up and they start doing really good and you could call him burnt pickles.
Oh, and fun fact about Pickles is he still has one more year left on his old deal, so
Yeah.
his $7 million doesn't kick in for another year.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
So he'll be 31, 32 at that time.
Yeah.
Did they sign any forwards?
No.
Like, of
No,
note?
they didn't.
No, not
No one.
So they lost Marlowe. How much does
And
that
guys are
act-
getting older.
How much does it actually hurt them losing
Well,
Marlowe?
they did sign Joe Thornton, like re-sign Joe Thornton.
Yeah, but I mean,
So
yeah,
the question does become, does Thomas Hertl take another step? What does Melker Karlsson do? Does Donskoy get better? Does Tierney get better? And also, I'm trying to think of their really good young guy. I'm going to get Timo Meier. Does he play more of a role this year?
Okay, Timo Meier, yes. Donskoy, I don't believe so. I think he's pretty much plateaued in my mind. Tierney, yes, I believe he can progress and get a little better, play more of a defense. No, play just a bigger role because he's third line, fourth line.
Yeah.
I think he's
23 right now.
he can take more minutes on. Who's the last guy missing?
Timo Meier.
No, I answered Timo Meyer will be.
Melker Karlsson,
Hertl.
27.
Karlsson.
I think he's okay.
He's-
And who's the last guy? Hurdle.
Hertl.
Oh man, he's weird.
He's got to play another year. He's 23. There's still potential there. It's just, I think for them to be anywhere near what they were last year, they need these other guys to step up. They currently only have 11 forwards signed. Obviously, Timo Meier is going to make them number 12. He's going to make the team. He's that good. From that standpoint, though, and I think that's kind of why they're okay with losing Marlowe, is because Timo Meier is going to kind of take that role. Not the same role, but he'll be able to fill that position. As for points, I still think Martin Jones is a fantastic goalie.
What are we putting for to keep myself in the loop?
Playoffs?
Playoff line
92.
is wild card.
Yeah,
Okay.
92 points.
92.
Then I go. What do you have for points?
I'm going to say 92 for them.
Yeah, I have him last wild card in my mind.
I'd say 95. I
95.
feel like they're on
so
the
second wild.
I feel like they're on a downward trend, but I feel like they're still good enough to be competitive for a couple years, maybe. Like, I don't think they're a cup contender. I think they'll make the playoffs, but I think they kind of. I think we talked about this last week. I think 2 years ago. I think that was their chance, and much like Vancouver, they had their chance in 2011 when they were a really good team, and they kind of slowly declined after that. I feel like that's kind of what's going to happen here.
Okay. All right. Next team.
Last team in the Southern Pacific will be the Anaheim Ducks. Or second last team.
Is Anaheim more south than Los Angeles?
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
I totally forgot Los Angeles was there.
I know.
Now I remember.
Oh damn.
That'll happen.
So, Anaheim, what are our thoughts?
Very good.
Yeah,
They're very good.
Very
yeah.
good.
You still think they're a very good team?
solid. Okay, well, I know where Greg's going at. The way you're coming at me. Let me get my
Yeah.
word out then.
Okay.
Love their decor. Love it.
Yeah, I don't know how you can't.
Bieksa, like the young guys I love. Sorry,
Are they
not
gonna-
a fan of the Bieksa stuff, but hey,
Are they
you know
going to
what?
trade Vatanen still, though?
Is he unsigned right now?
I think he's got one more year.
Well, the RFAs, wouldn't he be an RFA?
Because he was a guy rumored to be heavily rumored to be traded.
Okay, well, RFA's remaining, but I didn't hear Beaulieu. Beaulieu was one of them. He's gone. Granlund was one of them. He's gone. The only two remaining RFAs is Calvin
Sammy
DeHaan.
Vatanen has signed 4.8 for the 4.875 3 years.
So then they locked up. Their D's fantastic.
They have won the Pacific Division.
I wouldn't call it fantastic. Their bottom pairing is garbage. Their top four is good.
I would.
They've won
put
the
them
Pacific.
in-
Corbett and Holzer.
They've
over
won
a
the-
lot of other defensemen. Because right now he's in their top 6. So
I would put Anaheim in top 5 best decor in the NHL, in my mind.
Yeah.
Dan was about to say.
I agree with you.
I was just going to say they've won the Pacific Division for 5 years in a row.
Okay.
I
And they
think-
also have Sam Steele.
I think they're along the lines of the Sharks. I don't think they're quite at the decline, but I think their window is getting very close to closing. I think they're good enough to make the playoffs. They're a team that knows how to win the playoffs. They may not be the most skilled team in the playoffs, but they know how to win. And they know how to get under your skin.
They know how to get there.
I mean, you saw that with Edmonton. They were outskilled like crazy when they played Edmonton, and they still won. So,
Yeah, because brutish ways still get it done.
I
And scoring goals by pushing.
I do not
pucks in
think
the
they
net.
will win the division, though. I think they will finish second.
Okay. You okay with that? Greg?
Was second? No. I don't see this team being a set. Like, I think there's better teams in this division than
So you're telling me
I don't, that's the
no
thing.
playoffs Anaheim.
I think they're still going to make playoffs. I think they're going to be a wild card.
Okay,
team.
well, right now we have who's in the playoffs for us?
For me, I have
We
San
don't know-
Jose. I have San Jose and Anaheim battling for a wild card spot.
So wild.
That's what I
oh,
have.
Battling.
That's what I have. I
Okay.
have them both around the 90-point mark. Reason being is I still don't think we know what John Gibson is as a goaltender. I think with Corey Perry, Ryan Getzlav, and Ryan Kessler aging, I don't think that does well for them. They've signed Patrick Eaves to a what contract? Like, what is that? 3.15 for a guy that...
He scored 30 goals.
I
last
don't
year.
care. I could score 30 goals, Corey Perry, and fucking Ryan Getzlav.
To be fair,
Hey, it was
to
also
be
Jamie
fair,
Bennett
he
Talbot.
scored.
Yeah.
He scored most of them in Dallas.
Yeah. Nonetheless. Okay.
My question is,
I don't know...
if they aren't in the top 3, then who the hell is?
We're going to get to that.
I know one team.
I know
two teams.
exactly where Greg's going with this. I'm willing to predict Greg's guesses, but
Oh, no.
I'll
We're
tell.
not.
Oh no, he's gonna.
So you guys both have Anaheim winning the division? Around
No.
100 points?
Second.
I definitely have them in it. Like they have home ice.
I will say
in the playoffs.
Okay.
around 100 points, second in the division.
I'm giving them 90.
I'm not saying that I think that they're going to be a cup contender. I'm just saying there's no one really else to knock them out. There's one team I think that'll be the best, and then there's no one else that's going to be better.
Okay, I have two off the top of my head,
That's just me.
but
That
we'll
are
get
better?
there.
Okay.
That are better than Anaheim.
No,
Yeah, one of
okay.
them being Vancouver for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Los Angeles. Cam's favorite team.
Honest, me.
They lost Ben Bishop, who's just a stalwart goaltender.
Yeah,
So
but they have
clearly-
Jonathan
Clearly
Quigley
that
better.
hurts, Dan.
They have a better goalie already.
I'm just teasing.
You know what? I
I
haven't.
don't want to look about Los Angeles.
Okay, they signed Tyler Toffoli and they signed Tanner Pearson. So
Yep.
they fixed the. They didn't fix. They signed what they needed to get signed for their weird youth.
Is
yet their
Gabrick gonna
youth
play
But
this year?
that
aging
doesn't
core.
fix their problem.
Is Gabrick playing this year?
I
Is
don't
he
know.
playing?
He's
this
still
year?
on their team.
No, that's a. Guys, I've literally been out of the loop from.
'Cause-
They were 86 points last year.
Here's my
Did
thought.
not make the playoffs.
Is
I have them
think-
exactly at that.
I think they could be. Here's the thing: is I kind of see two teams battling for the top of this division, and then I see these three teams, the three California teams, kind of battling for that last spot and the wild card spots.
Okay.
Just because I don't know what LA is, because LA's got Kopitar, who last season looked pedestrian at times. Didn't
And he
look very
got
good.
that nice contract the year
Yeah,
before.
Dustin Brown, who's overpaid and not that good
And
anymore.
Vegas wouldn't even take him.
Exactly.
Vegas was like, no, we're
They
good.
did sign Mike
Jeff-
Camilleri. That was their one move.
Jeff
Ah.
Carter can still score 30 goals.
And
in
they
his
also
sleep.
lost Braden McNabb.
What was
Yeah.
that, sorry? Jeff?
Jeff Carter can still score 30 goals in his sleep.
Yep.
Still a very good goal scorer. Tyler Toffoli and Tanner Pearson are still tremendous players in this league. Their bottom six isn't what it was when they were going on their cup runs. Still think that it's good enough to potentially push them into a playoff spot. You still got Drew Doughty, who's one of the best defensemen in the league, and you still have Jake Muzzin. Other than that, their decor is kind of weak. And then what is Jonathan Quick going to be this year?
My argument
Is
is
the other thing.
they weren't good enough to make the playoffs last year. They lost a defenseman, and they have not gained anything.
Yeah, but that
So
division
how are
isn't-
they going to be better next year?
That's exactly my mindset.
They
What
haven't
have you
done
done for
anything.
me lately?
What have
You
they
know?
done?
Yeah.
They were rumored to be going after Evander Kane, who honestly, I think he'd fit in well there. But no, player wise.
Oh, okay.
Player-wise.
Yeah, yeah. I think you meant attitude-wise.
But
That's where
well,
my mind
Who
went.
knows? But that's my argument. What have they done? What have they done to give themselves a chance?
Now, if they land Kane, is that enough for a wild card spot? Oh, Vander Kane?
Depends what they give up. I don't know. They have the makeup of a decent team. I just I have a hard time believing that anything's going to change with
But
the
the
same
thing-
team.
Okay,
Actually,
but when you think about it,
weaker
they were
decor. Actually,
okay, but they were missing Quick for a majority of the season until Ben Bishop got there, and really they owe a lot of their season to what
Peter Boudet.
Peter Boudet did. I still think this team has the potential to make the playoffs. I think they're going to be fighting with the California teams. I think it's going to be.
I think
exciting
they've got
to
a shot for a wild card, but that's it.
Yeah, they're not a. And when they make the playoffs, they won't.
So what are we writing for points? Again, like 90, like wild card?
I have
85
it.
to 90.
Okay, I'll put you guys down for 87.5.
87.
Done.
I have
80,
them at 90.
give them 88.
No,
No, because
87.
then
There's no
now
half
we're
points.
wild card.
There's no half points.
Then go down. Go down to 87.
87.
Putting you at 87, I'm putting down at 86 because he wants to be a dick.
I wanted 86.
Nope. You get
I said
87.
88.
85 now. No,
No.
just
I said 88, and I get the lower number.
Yep, you do.
we know. Wishmaz.
Okay, Vancouver.
This is your dead last pick, isn't it?
I don't know what you guys are thinking.
They're
team
going to finish second
and
last.
Jimmy
They're pretty
Bennett.
bad.
So bad.
They're pretty bad.
Jimmy Bennett is bringing this team back to the Vegas.
Guys, if Vegas finishes higher than Vancouver, second treats a pizza.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised. How could you? Okay,
They're bad.
Vancouver's top forward, in my mind, is Bo Horvat, and he's still not signed.
How dare you?
Oh, yeah.
Dare
How
you
dare I?
besmirch the beautiful name of Brock Besser?
Brock Lesnar is not going to save their
Brock
team.
Besser, not
Brock Besser.
Lesnar.
I know.
Oh, that's his nickname now. He's Brock Lesnar. He's coming
That's
to
what
town.
I call him every time because his
Oh,
first game was here against the Jets. Or second
This
game.
lineup is terrible.
They had 69 points last year, by the way.
Okay, good number. That's how many points I want. They don't have their decor is a lot of overpaid guys. Their forwards are terrible. They still haven't signed Bo Horvat, which is arguably the best player they have.
What do you
there.
sign Bo Horvat for, though? Really? He doesn't
4?
put up monster points.
For
Best player, do you think? $4 million. Even
watch
Jason
your mouth.
Garrison is making more.
You watch
than
your
Bo
mouth.
Horvat.
They signed Sam Gagne. You watch your
Hold on, 1 second.
Oh, they also signed Bermistrom.
Hold on,
did.
1 second.
They did.
I'll ask Jimmy how much he's gonna sign Bo Horvat to. I'll phone him. It's been a while. He hasn't been here for a while. And Jimmy,
Hey, Greggy, how's it going?
not bad, not bad.
So, hey, hold on, quick question. You ever heard of cocktail weenies?
No.
You never heard of cocktail
No,
weenies?
never.
I got some cocktail weenies. Dip them in nice. I got some Dijon over here.
Okay.
You ever had purple ketchup?
I actually did once. Yeah.
It's gross.
It's weird.
I've been trying to tweet at the McDonald's account. I want some of that Szechuan, you know?
I have a serious question.
Yeah, lay it on
You're on
me.
the podcast.
Go, hey, I don't care where I am. Just don't tell my wife. Hey.
Okay, so I see that you still have 2 unsigned RFAs.
What? What's an RFA? What is that? Is that short for something? What is it?
Restricted free agent. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. One of them is Bo Horvat, who is arguably he was your All-Star last year, All-Star representative. He's probably the best player on the team. What's going on there? What's the plan?
Well, Bo, I call him B because you know me and vowels, okay? I don't. 2 letters in your name, and one of them's got to be a vowel. I'm trying to knock off some. He's asking 5, and I'm like, Bo, whoa, B, slow down. If you change your name to, I will pay you 5. But if you want to keep the 2 vowels, we're starting at 3 and a quarter.
Sorry. Since when does Bo have 2 vowels?
He's got the O and the
No,
A.
you're just thinking what fans say to you, which is boo.
I was going to send you cocktail wieners for Christmas. You have lost that privilege.
Okay, so what are we looking at here? Like 6x4, 4x6,
Bo?
8x9?
Bo, just listen. Bo knows where I stand. I want his name to be B. He will get 5. If he doesn't, he gets below 3 and a quarter.
Okay. I'm glad we had this talk.
Good chat. Although I
thanks.
like Brock. He's nice. But I call him Brock!
Okay. Glad that he could join us. It's been a while.
You didn't say bye to him, Jesus.
Yeah, well, we have that kind of relationship where we don't need to say bye. He starts
just
rambling.
knows.
If I don't hang up on him, he just starts
You guys
saying
say bye
nonsense.
in your heads and hang up.
Well, no, he says I
get
love
it.
you, and it just gets awkward, and I don't know what else. He thinks I'm his wife sometimes. I don't know. It's weird. We have a weird connection. I look at this team. I look at from forwards down to goaltending. I don't want anyone here. The only people I want are the ones they have in retained salaries. Those are the only 2 players on this team I want, and that's Luongo and Hansen.
The guy.
Okay.
The only guy I
Here's
want.
the thing, though. They had 69 points last year with this team. They got a little bit better than last year.
They're not better than
Why
last
did they
year.
get better?
How are they better? They don't have Ryan Miller anymore.
wait.
They don't have goaltending. They don't have goaltending.
Wait, hold on. Who did they sign to get? Who did they sign? We haven't even said that.
Okay,
Who
well,
are the new guys
They
brought?
got Sam Gagne. He's better than half the players on their
That's
team.
not a lie. Yeah.
They've signed Michael Del Zotto, who doesn't. He's not terrible.
No, he's not. He's not.
They also signed Patrick Rearkosh, who's not terrible.
He's actually good. I like him.
He's okay.
So
Well, he's the
He's
Sabisa
a
replacement.
serviceable.
He's Sabisa.
in
for
my
a lot less
mind,
money.
they may not be as good as last year, but they won't be that much worse. And Vegas is not getting 60 some odd points.
Oh, I'll buy you guys.
Wow. Okay, this
Okay.
is the Treats of Pizza show today.
If Vegas beats Vancouver, the pizza's on Greg.
Yeah, okay.
No, no,
He
no,
just
no.
said that.
No,
he
no,
was going to
no,
say
no,
it.
Go, let him say what he's going to say.
I'll buy you guys a real pizza. If Vancouver eclipses 65 points of real pizza.
Can it be the Jericho pizza?
Sure.
Heard it here for, that's a $40 pizza. You heard it here for, I'm just kidding. It's like 25.
Okay.
Eclipses how many?
65 points.
All right.
Because I have Vancouver hitting a solid. Like I'll have Vegas at 60.
I never thought I would cheer for Vancouver, but I will.
I mean,
I will now.
dude. I'm going to see Vancouver, and I might even wear a. What did Jimmy call him? Be hurt. Oh my god! It just comes out of you.
Yeah, it does. I have Vancouver to solid 60 points this year. I do not think they're a good team.
65.
Okay. Dan.
I want to put him 70 because I want that pizza. No, they're going to be dead last. They are horrendous.
Okay.
Worse than Vegas.
Now
Worse
we get
than Vegas.
You're on the Vegas train. You just said dead last.
I am on the Vegas. You already knew I'm on the Vegas train, baby.
I
I'm
thought
on
we
it.
agreed they were going to be dead last.
Okay. Let's move on.
Right.
We don't
I
have a lot
already.
of time. We don't have a lot of time.
One episode in, and I've already stabbed you in the back.
Okay. Let's talk about Edmonton because they're not winning this division. So
Yes,
talk
they
about
are. Let's talk
Edmonton.
about them last.
Stop it! Are you kidding me?
Calgary's not winning the division. Calgary is a good
Now
team.
Greg's got me
They're not winning
thinking.
the
He's
division.
second guessing. I came
No.
in guns blazing for
Listen,
Edmonton.
listen.
Go, Greg. Dan, let me have it.
Edmonton's going to win the division this year.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, with an unsigned number 2 center.
He's going to get signed.
We already said he's. What do you mean he's not going to get signed? He's not going to. He's going to sit out.
I'm joking. Obviously, you've watched way too much H3 because like your mannerisms are starting to follow his. And it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
Even the dogs are
Outrageous!
out.
Okay. Then let's talk about Calgary because I personally believe Calgary's
No,
going to
we're
win this
talking about
division.
Edmonton.
Okay, let's talk about Edmonton.
Well, Edmonton first. Why don't you believe Edmonton? What? How is
Can I
Calgary
go
better
on
than
a limb
Edmonton?
here? And
Go.
Greg's just trying to have a hot take. That's why
It's not a hot
why he
take.
doesn't think they're
Guys,
gonna
by
win
the way, I went back and listened to a couple episodes in playoffs. I like how 1 week, actually, Bryan Sveinson pointed this out to me, but 1 week I was like, we were all like, yeah, let's have Nashville win, and then I come in the next week and I'm like, Pittsburgh's winning it all,
And
I
we
was like,
tried to tell
I
you
sound
that,
like
and
a
you were.
monster.
We tried to tell you that, and you're like, "No, I never said that."
Okay. The one
Brian's
thing,
like, you sounded like an idiot. That's what you did.
the one thing I will give what this team has right now is good asset management. Like so far, they have $16 million worth of cap room.
Calgary or Edmonton?
Or Edmonton.
Well, they have 6 after the dry sign.
He's not making 10. 8.5 is what I have him at. Regardless, I look at this team. I see strong top end talent,
Okay.
but not good depth talent. Whereas with Calgary, I see that depth talent. I see depth of defense where I don't see the same depth with Edmonton. Edmonton's got a top 3D, and that's it. They have Clefbaum, they have Sekera, and they have Larson. And Nurse, not Sekera. I don't think Sekera's that good anymore. They have Nurse, pardon me. After that, they just have an array of different D that I don't think are that great.
Yeah, but they have.
How good is Cam Talbot really? I would take Brian Elliott over him.
Well, that's
And did
that's
Edmonton
terrific
over-
because Brian Elliott plays for the Flyers.
Oh, sorry. Who did
Mike
Mike
Smith.
Smith. Sorry, I'd take Mike Smith. Regardless.
I would take Elliott not over Cam Talbot.
I don't know, man.
I believe
I'm not
that
discrediting Calgary.
I think
but-
Edmonton's going to take a step back this year. I think they overachieved last year, and I could see Jesse Puljujarvi having more of a mainstay this year with that team as well.
I'd love for him to have more of a mainstay. He should have been last year.
Yeah. Well, they like to screw with things, right? They
Is
don't
he
like
gonna
nice
keep?
things.
He can't wear 9, or is that retired in Edmonton? Is
That's
he really going to
definitely
be
retired.
98?
He's going to be 98.
Why? So terrible.
Edmonton-
Oh my God.
They could have a 97, 98, 99 all retired.
Okay, well,
with that jersey.
I disagree with Greg. I don't
Okay.
think Calgary's going to be bad at all.
They also lost Jordan Eberle for Ryan Strome, which he has it.
Yeah, but what did
He has
Eberle
it.
do in the playoffs? What did he do down the stretch, really?
Hold on, we're talking about regular season. We got to get there.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
I still think Edmonton's going to finish second. My hot take, not really hot take. I just
Edmonton
think
has 2 superstars. I would argue that Calgary doesn't have one.
Calgary has 2.
They have good. They have
Who's the
very.
2 in your mind?
They have
Sean
very
Monahan and Johnny
superstars.
Gaudreau.
Okay.
Superstars, though. I'm no.
Okay, maybe not
Very-
Sean
Are we
Monahan.
gonna use-
They're
Johnny
very-
Gaudreau is a
they're very-
superstar.
They're very good.
Are we using the Dom rule, like that 5-tier thing? That
Oh.
guy hates me. Everything I love in this world, he hates it about it. Did you see where
talked about it last
Giroux
week.
was?
Yeah.
4th! Tier 4!
Do you know
Come
what
on.
Giroux got rated in
If
NHL
mine is
18?
a 3,
Do you know what
Giroux's
Giroux's
probably
rating-
a 6.
Do you know what Giroux's rating
No, I'm
is?
saying line is better than Giroux because now he is.
But do you know what Giroux's rating is in NHL 18?
Oh, he's 70.
88! Do you know how many other players are 88? Very few. Very
88
few.
is good or bad?
Good. There's so few guys that are
Well,
rated 88.
Giroux, he's good.
No,
I mean, he's fantastic. But that Dom guy, he's got it out for me.
Yeah, he does.
Every
Just
article
read.
he writes, I feel like he's writing it out.
I
Go
think
ahead.
I've...
Okay, well,
Hold on.
Greg, you go, and then
I-
Dan, this
I'm-
is now a
I'm
town
gonna-
debate.
I'm just arguing that
I think...
Okay, your argument, Greg, is Calgary is more well-rounded, and they took a step forward by adding
I'm
Mike
not-
Smith
yeah.
and Travis Hamonic.
Yes.
Now, but your
I'm not
counter
saying-
argument to your own argument would be no, as in like you're debating
Yeah.
Edmonton because they switched out Eberle for Strome, and now everyone. You've kind of last year was kind of the like that 1 year. Oh, this is a bad example because I'm using Calgary, but everyone has the playbook on Edmonton now. They know how they play. Play them how Anaheim played them in the playoffs when they were up. When Anaheim went up on Edmonton, meet them in the neutral zone, shut down their offense.
Yeah.
Because if you shut down their entry, they're not going to get in, right?
And
Dan,
it's this-
what is your?
Well, I see the argument. I'd say Edmonton. You'd look at their forwards, better than Calgary.
Yeah.
You look at Calgary's defense, better than Edmonton's defense on paper.
So then it comes down to goalies.
So goaltending is kind of the wild card for me.
Okay.
I think Cam Talbot's better.
Okay. And I,
Oh,
I
I'm
also-
with Dan. Where I
Connor
personally
McDavid,
think. Talbot.
I mean, he can carry that team. And this is what I say.
why are you signing Draisaitl?
I'm not discounting Johnny
players.
Gaudreau.
I know, I'm
Shut
just
up.
kidding.
I'm not discounting Johnny Gaudreau as a player. He's a great player, but superstar. He puts up 60 odd points a year. He did put up 78 1 year, but he puts up 60 odd points a year. Is that superstar material?
yeah, Giroux pretty good.
I'm just asking you because if that's the case, then Nikolai Ehlers is a superstar. Blake Wheeler's a superstar.
No, it's different. It's in one
Are they superstars or
Different.
are they just very good players?
They're very good players.
Because to me, superstar Ovechkin,
But
Crosby.
Each team has like a. Well,
I know
superstars
he's
could be
their
stars though.
He's their go-to guy. He's good.
He's also the
he's a
guy that gets
very good
targeted
player.
now, too, right?
Right.
He's the guy that everyone goes after.
Okay.
And tries to shut down.
Okay, so then what do you have? You have Edmonton second, Calgary first.
Yeah.
How many points is Calgary getting then at that point?
105.
Okay, all right. And Edmonton?
104.
Oh wow!
Like, I think
When's
it's
the
going
last
to
time they
be...
play each other on the schedule? I'm sorry, I'm making you do this.
No, it's fine.
Okay, well I'll go Edmonton number 1, Anaheim number 2, Calgary number 3.
Oh, you got Edmonton in there. Okay.
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
I picked Edmonton to be in the final.
You know, it's funny when I
Like a
first
couple
wrote
weeks
my,
ago, we did a rough pick.
when I wrote my quick predictions, I wrote Anaheim, Edmonton, Calgary, San Jose for playoffs.
March 31st, they play. They also play March 13th. They play twice in March.
Okay, March 31st
Both
is a
in
game. But
Calgary.
that's going to be for who gets.
No, I think there'll be other games. But yeah, I think that'll be a big
That'll be a
big
good
deal.
one, I think.
That'll be a big deal. Big deal. It'll be on Hockey Night in Canada. So there'll be that.
All
Well,
right.
I think Calgary's going to be a good team. I think they're going to finish third, and I do think it's going to the top 3 spots. I think it's going to be close.
I think Calgary and Edmonton are like a scooch ahead of Anaheim, but that's because Anaheim's regressing. Calgary,
And I
little
will-
bits
I will
because
say-
of contracts like Patrick Eves. It's
I will say, yeah,
They're trying to
I
hang on
agree.
to too much.
I
Yeah.
will say Edmonton, Anaheim, Calgary. I think San Jose gets a wild card, but they're the only Pacific team that gets a wild card.
Yeah.
I don't think the Kings, nor the Coyotes, nor the Canucks, nor the Knights make playoffs.
okay.
I agree with that.
So the only one we really disagree on is 1-2.
Yeah, like
Well,
I
what do you think?
I would have San Jose ahead
Actually,
of Anaheim personally.
I
I think
had-
San Jose is going to be ahead of Anaheim.
When I wrote
personally.
when I wrote my predictions like a month ago, I wrote Anaheim, Edmonton, Calgary, San Jose.
Yeah.
But I fully believe, like you guys kind of swayed me with a Battle of Alberta type deal, like where that's the steps ahead. So if I had to pick, I'm going to be more biased towards Calgary because I like Calgary more. But honestly, it's Connor McDavid. Like, he's
And
so
Draisaitl.
good. And Draisaitl. Unsigned Draisaitl, which will be signed by the time this year
Yeah.
starts. But, I'll So
I mean,
we all
Edmonton-
agree the same 4 teams are
Edmonton
making
lost-
playoffs, I think.
Yeah, from this
Ed-
division, yeah.
Edmonton lost Jordan Eberle, but they also gained Ryan Strome and UC Jokinen, who are not bad players.
Yuki Jokinen.
Yeah, they
What?
have UC Jokinen now.
Yeah. He's not a
But the-
he's not the player he once
No,
was,
no,
but he's
but-
still a solid.
I just
Solid
missed a
player.
lot of things. For me, what gives Edmonton the edge over Calgary this is again just me. I think Cam Talbot's. I have more faith in Cam Talbot than Mike Smith. But then again, that's because I haven't watched a lot of Mike Smith because he's been in
so bad.
Arizona.
And you also have to look at Calgary got swept by Anaheim last year, and Edmonton gave them all they could handle.
I think that's
Not saying
first of all,
I'm not saying Calgary's
there's
going to be a
voodoo
bad.
around Anaheim.
Yeah, but they couldn't even beat them at home.
Yeah, but Calgary was still
will be a
in
good
those
team.
games. They were
Calgary
in those
will
games.
be a good team. They'll be a good team.
They were still in those games.
So what's
They
our
also got
consensus
better
then?
defensively.
Do we have a consensus, or are we just saying that's...
well,
Well,
our
you
playoff
guys are in
teams-
for. I think we have a consensus playoff team wise.
Well, that's what we were looking for.
Yeah.
And then other than that, like piece it together.
God damn it! Why are we agreeing? This is not supposed to be an
Just
agreement.
wait till
Okay,
we get
hold
to
on.
Just wait till we get to the Central. I'm sure we will
Before
disagree.
I don't know. Before we wrap up, I just want to put over. So these are the treats of pizzas we have made for today. Because
Okay.
we have to reel them back. Because now we have to cash these in. Now we each owe a treats of pizza.
Yeah.
Okay, 50 points treats of pizza if Vegas hits 50. Or treats of pizza if Vegas hits 50 points. That says a
50
group.
or over 50?
50 and over. Just 50 or over. Like the Nick Bukestad.
Okay.
Vancouver, if they're worse than LV, like Vegas, Greg owes a treats
No,
of pizza.
no. If they're better, like if they're
If
No,
Vancouver,
better than?
If Vancouver is worse than Vegas,
No.
Greg's buying us pizza.
No, he's better.
If Vancouver is better than Vegas,
Okay, all I have to do is
Oh,
change
I'm
one
buying
word.
a pizza.
Okay, and then
'Cause I think
Greg
Vancouver's
actually
finishing
made
last.
2 treats of pizzas, and another one was if Vancouver eclipses 65 points, he will buy a Jericho pizza for us all.
God.
65
Risky.
points?
What if they're
God,
better?
They're gonna be so bad.
What if they're better than Vegas and they go over 65?
That's-
He owes us a Treatza pizza and a Jericho pizza.
Yeah, at once. That's
the same time.
clearly
I want it
accepted.
all.
All right, Greg.
I want it
For the
all.
first time in a month, I get to say, "Send us home."
Oh, I missed this.
I know.
Do it.
Okay,
And you know what? Hold on, before you go, if you're at this part in the podcast, thanks for staying along because it didn't just cut. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Greg.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. If you want to check us out on our YouTube Last Minute Podcast. Check that out on the search bar. Hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 100, so hopefully we can get there soon. Check our Podomatic out. So take us on the go anywhere you go with an app, whether that be the iTunes app or a podcast on your phone. Type in Last Minute Podcast, you'll find us there, but not the last 4 episodes because I don't know how to do that.
That's okay. You still put them up on the internet.
Yes,
And I heard
they're
them,
still
so
there.
That's okay.
If you want to check out the show, follow us on Twitter at LastMinutePC. You can also email the show at lastminutepc@gmail.com. If you want to get in touch with us, always leave a comment on our YouTube page or email us or tweet at us. Anything like that. We look at it every couple weeks and we look forward to hearing from you. So thank you for listening and see you next week.